Hello educators, this short video shows you how to use the Digital Academy for standards-based grading. It's going to cover three things: how to create an assignment with standards, how to grade standards-based assignments, and how to view student progress. To create an assignment, the easiest thing is to go to your gradebook and then click the New Assignment button. To get to your gradebook, click your class list on the left of your home page, and then click Gradebook under the course that you want to add an assignment for. You will see the Grid tab. Click the New Assignment button in the upper right and then click New Assignment. An assignment needs a name and a due date. We'll call this assignment number 2. The due date automatically selects the next day, but if you want to change it, you can click in there and change that. You can optionally add a description, but you do not have to. You can add video instruction or materials for the student to reference. You can also add materials for online turn-in. That's covered in a different video on creating assignments. If you use a standards-based gradebook, you'll need to add standards to your assignment. To do that, go to the Standards section and click Add Standards. On the right side of the screen, you'll see the standards that are linked to your course. If you do not see any standards, your course is not set up for standards grading. Please contact your administrator or contact the Digital Academy Help Desk to get that fixed. To assess a standard, find the standard that you want and drag it into your assignment definition. You can have multiple standards on your assignment, but you should have at least one if you're using standard-based grading. Finally, you'll need to give your assignment a category. Categories are formative, summative, performance task, or project. Formative assignments do not count as part of the overall grade calculation. The other three do count as part of the overall grade calculation. Each standard should be assessed 3 times in each marking term during which it is taught. So you should have 3 summative assessments that target each standard. You can record the formative assessments, but you don't have to. However, you do need to record the summative assessments. Finally, you can differentiate your assignment by handing it out to only specific students. To do that, go to the bottom and click the Assign to All Students button. You'll see a list of students in your class, and you can check off the ones that the assignment applies to. In this case, I would like to hand it out to all students, so I'm going to cancel out of that screen. Finally, you can hand an assignment out to multiple different classes. Keep in mind that if you hand the assignment out to a class that has a different set of standards linked to it, you will get an error. The error says that math is not linked to the same standards as science, and so you won't be able to grade those standards adequately. You should not hand out an assignment to 2 classes that are linked to different standards. So in this case, I'm going to say do not assign. You can then delete that class by clicking the X next to it. Once you've filled out your assignment, hit Save and Close. Your gradebook grid will show the assignment. If you mouse over, you'll see the full name and the description if there is one, along with the category. To see the standards, click the plus sign next to the assignment and it will expand and you'll see the standards that have been linked to the assignment so that you can grade those as well. If you are doing standards-based grading, you may want the standards to always appear and not have to click the plus sign. To do that, click View, go to the Standards display, and then click Show Always. In this case, the standards will always appear and you don't have to expand to see them. The assignment has an overall grade, and it also has a grade for each standard. The overall grade is not points, since a standard-based grading does not have any points. Instead, you have options such as missing, excused, absent, absent excused, or complete. This just records whether the assignment was turned in or not. You also have flags such as late, incomplete, did not attempt, and requires resubmit. These flags are added in addition to the overall grade. You can have 1 or more flags. They don't affect the grade, but they will show up on the report that the parents see, so the parent may know that this assignment was turned in late. Each standard also has a grade. Grades are 0, 1, 2, and 3, with 3 being the highest and indicating that mastery has been achieved. You can type them in by hand, or you can right-click and pick them from the menu. You'll notice 2 additional options: Fill Down and Fill Blanks. If you click Fill Down, all columns will be filled with the grade that you had in the first column that you selected. If you click Fill Blanks, only the blank columns will be assessed. So if most of your kids had a 3, but 2 of them had a 2 or a 1, it might be easiest to go and fill out the ones who did not have a 3, and then do a Fill Blanks, fill in all of the rest. This will save you from having to type in every single number. You can also enter grade by standard. To do that, click the Standards tab in your gradebook. You will see a grid that shows every standard that appears on the report card, along with the grade that is going to appear on the report card. For each standard, you can expand it to see the assignments that went into it. So assignment 1 assessed k.ess.1, and assignment 2 assessed k.ls.2 and k.ps.1. The grade that appears on the report card is the most recent assignment grade. You'll see a list of all your assignments, and so you can see how that grade was calculated. You can grade your assignments directly from this tab. You can also change the grade on the report card by simply clicking the assignment and typing a new grade. So, for example, a student may have gotten a 3 on several assignments, but then on the last assignment got a 2. The system would give the student a 2 because that's the most recent assignment grade, but you may decide that he deserves a 3, and so you would change it to a 3. When you've overridden a grade, a blue dot will appear to indicate that that is a grade that you manually entered, and it is not a grade that was calculated by the system. You'll also notice sometimes that the gradebook says it needs a recalc. Your gradebook will recalculate when you exit the gradebook. It also recalculates every night at midnight. If you'd like to recalculate it, you can click that button at any time. When you click the button, you will have an option to override your manual grades or to keep them. If you're happy with the manual grades, then you would click Keep Manual Grades. However, if you want to blow away all the manual grades and have the system recalculate everything, you would click Override Manual Grades. When you click Recalc, the gradebook is marked Read Only and cannot be edited. The process takes about 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and that's why it's done when you leave the gradebook. This process makes sure that all the final grade calculations and the category calculations are accurate. When it's done, the red bar will go away and you can continue editing grades. The last thing we want to show you is how to view student progress. There's 2 ways to do that. One is you can click the Student Progress tab along the top of the gradebook and then select the name of the student. The Progress tab has 2 subtabs, an Overview and a By Standard. The Overview shows letter grades if they exist, and you can click a subject to expand and see the assignments and their grades. The By Standard is designed to work with standards-based grading. You'll see each subject that has standards assessed and an overall progress. The progress is the number of standards that have been met out of the number of standards that have been assessed on any assignment. Click a subject to see a list of the standards and the current progress level, and then click an indicator standard to see the assignments that went into it. This screen is the same screen that the students and the parents see on their dashboard. You can also see student progress by going to the Grid tab and then clicking the icon that looks like a bar chart. The Student Progress tab will open in the center, and you can expand it to see their progress. That concludes this overview of standards-based grading. If you have any questions, feel free to email support@digitalacademy.org or click the help icon on any screen and click Ask a Question. Type your question and post it, and it will create a support ticket, which will be responded within 24 hours. Thank you.